Yo, what's going on, guys? We're live. We're back. It's your host, Ernest Khan, over here, and I am excited to have you guys back in the building again with me. We are going to be covering another very exciting, hyped. I mean, surprisingly, for how boring it looks, it's a pretty hyped sneaker. So we're going to be covering the Sachs today, and I'm really excited to be showing you guys, because I actually do have them. I happen to have them in the freaking building, so I'm going to be showing them to you guys today. And we're also going to be touching on basically how to cop them. So they are going to be re-releasing on August 5th. So I'm really excited about this because it's going to give everybody another chance to hit these, right? So I know a lot of people who missed out on the first release definitely want to get their hands on this. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people were really pissed off on the fact they weren't able to hit on these. It was a very interesting release to say the least. But I am very fortunate to have been able to have a chance to be able to purchase them, because it was definitely a race to be able to get your raffle entry in. And I think you had about a 30-minute window to pay for the sneakers, I believe. So it was very, yo, what's up, Vex? Yo, what's up, Ash? What's up, Isaac? What's up, Christian? What's up, MurderBX? How you guys doing? What is up? MurderBX says not the Sachs. Lol. Hey, look, at the end of the day, there's a certain type of individual that wants these sneakers, and I definitely want to touch on these because honestly, I like these a lot. I kind of like how boring they are. It's not the most hyped sneaker, but then again, what was interesting was, I mean, look, anything that Sachs touches pretty much turns to gold. On the resale market before this initially dropped, they were over $1,000. So there was definitely a lot of hype because what people wanted to resell these, right? Now, I'm not reselling mine. I'm very fortunate to have hit on a pair, and I'm going to try on another pair. But these are, to me, these are something for the toe. These are something that is designed to be worn into the ground, until you have no more sole on the sneaker left. Like, that's literally the intention of the sneaker, and that's what I aim to do with my pair. All right. Vex says, yeah. So what is it? Vex says same colorway, or is it a different one this time around? Now, that's a very good question. It hasn't been confirmed yet. I'm under the impression it's going to be a re-release of this color, but I also did see that yellow colorway as well. So it might be different colors. There's no confirmation on that yet. All we know is it's re-releasing on the 5th. That's in what, 2 days from now? That's on Friday, and that's why I wanted to touch on this today, so I could show you guys the sneaker, show you guys the box, and touch on kind of how my experience went, because it was a pretty hectic experience. I'm not gonna lie, the moment I got the email, I almost dropped my phone. I put in my credit card information, and I was definitely having some issues. But I prevailed, and I was able to hit. So it was interesting because not only did I receive one email win, I received 2 email wins, but I only got to confirm one of them. So I only got one order shipped to my place. The other email address, because I entered 2 entries, the other email that I sent, when I checked, it was already too late. It was past the 30-minute window. But I also didn't want to ruin my chances on acquiring one by putting 2 entries in, because I'm under the impression that their team did check where are these shoes shipping to. I just didn't want to ruin my chances of acquiring a pair. I definitely wanted to hit on these, and I just wanted to make sure everything was squared away. But I was kind of shocked that I put in 2 entries and I hit on both. So I don't know. It's very interesting to me on how, I don't know, a lot of people took L's, and here I am, like I had 2 opportunities to buy it. Yeah, I think they're clean. I like them. They're simple. Look, at the end of the day, your sneakers don't have to be the most interesting thing about you when you're out and about. So, I like the concept, because if you think about it, I think that's really what Sachs wanted to design, just something iconic. And I think these are very, very iconic. Carlito, what's going on? Yo, what's good? Christian 2Ks, why is this one going for $350 and the space shoe goes for $5K? Yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna touch on that real quick. So the reason why this is probably not doing numbers is because this is more of a general type of release, okay? He designed the sneaker to be it's called the general purpose shoe. He wants to be able to keep putting more of these out. He wants to be able to saturate the market, so it's not like the Mars Yard. regardless, these are going to sell out again, and I think that they are going to do decent numbers on the aftermarket, you know, and I'm saying like, again, I don't know how well they're going to do long term. If it's like, hey, Ernest, is this a long-term hold? Should I hold it for a year? I hit on them. Like, honestly, I do recommend that you go for the shoe if you like the shoe. I mean, yeah, there's some resale to be made. Maybe not so much compared to if you hit on the first release. Like, if I really wanted to cash out on these, I would have just sold them the moment I got them. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Tom Sachs. I'm a fan of these sneakers. So that's why I hung on to them. And I'm also happy to still have them so I can show them to you guys today. So we're going to get into that. So rock with me, hang with me. Again, if you haven't already smashed that like button, we're going to run this up, open up the channel a little bit to get more people in the building. It is later in the day. I think it's 6 p.m., but I am having coffee. Now, I don't recommend having coffee past 5 p.m., all right? But I'm doing it because we got goals to hit here, all right? So we're doing what we need to do because we're on that, you guys know it. We're on that 4,000 watch hour chase, which isn't easy. They don't make it easy for us over here, but we're doing what we need to do. Mr. Old School says, what's good, Ernest, and everybody in the chat. Yo, shout out to each and every single one of you guys in the chat. Again, rocking with me yesterday, even though I didn't, you know, I was looking back yesterday on the chat, and I was like, wow, I was live for 2 hours and a half, and I literally just wanted to even just be live for even an hour. Like, even just an hour on Yeezy Day, I think would have just been, you know, kind of like the cherry on the cake for me. Because I had a full work day. I probably should have asked for the time off. I probably should have just been going live the entire day. Because honestly, I that stream alone like did some numbers. I hit 500 views, like just on that stream alone. Like, so shout out to each and every single one of you guys, because by you guys showing up in the channel, supporting it, it definitely helps give more traction to other people. All right. So what are we covering today, guys? We're covering the Tom Sachs release that's happening on August 5th. That's happening on Friday. Now, you're probably wondering, what time is it releasing? I want to know all the details. How do I acquire this? So, most likely, this is going to be a raffle, very, very similar to the first release, all right? And basically, if you do happen to hit on these, you're going to sign up for the raffle, okay? The raffle's probably going to be open for a certain amount of time, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. But if you do hit, this is what it's going to look like on the back end. So, it's going to say, you're going to receive an email. This is the exact email I got. And they're going to tell you, it's going to say Tom Sachs Store, complete your purchase within 30 minutes. So guys, guess what? If you do not pay for it within the first 30 minutes of you receiving this, you're not going to be able to purchase it, because when you click the buy now button, like I did on the second time I hit, it said link expired. So you're just going to want to make sure you're checking that email religiously during that period of time after you freaking hit the sneakers, all right? Because guess what? If it passes the window and you didn't pay for them, sorry, they're probably going to give your pair to somebody else, okay? So just know that. And Mr. Old School says, I have a cup or two of coffee at night. Hey man, you know, honestly, I think with me and coffee, it's just like I like the taste of it. It's not so much about like, let's stay up all night. I'm a night owl. It really has nothing to do with that. Because yeah, I mean, what's the right term? Coffee-holic? I don't know. I mean, I just do like coffee, and it's like, it's just one of those, it's, you know, everybody has their vice. Mine's coffee, all right? So we can leave it at that. But it's nice to, Carlito, it's nice to hear that the fam is doing well. I mean, we good fam is what you're saying. That our family here is doing good. But shout out to each and every single one of you guys in the building. Again, it's just nice to be able to be rocking with you guys. Again, I don't know how long I'm going to be live for, but I do want to cover this release. I want to talk a little bit about it. I want to answer any questions, any concerns you guys have, because you definitely want to make sure your card works on this day, okay? Now, the retail value of this, as you see over here, is $110. So if you look into the taxes, shipping does seem to be covered from what I remember. So you're probably going to be paying, at the end of the day, you're probably going to be paying like around, yeah, this price, $120, really depending on, yeah, no, this is what you're going to be paying for it. It doesn't matter, I think, where you live, because shipping seems to be covered. I mean, taxes is going to be a little bit different per state. So you know, averaging about 120 and some change there, all right? But these are sick. So they're doing another release on these. Now, the big question right now is like, hey, what colors are they going to be releasing? Because guess what? I saw some yellow ones, and there was some other ones. Let me see if I can bring that up on the screen. Tom Sachs yellow all-purpose I definitely want to, yeah. So let me just bring this on the screen here for you guys to be able to take a look. So there were some yellow ones. I don't know if this is going to be the second drop. Now, it would be nice, and this is just my honest opinion, it would be nice if the first colorway, the gray one, is done and they don't re-release that, and it's kind of like a special first colorway. That would make me feel a little bit more safe about having my pair, is knowing that, like, oh, I hit the grays and now they're doing another colorway, I have another chance on another colorway. But I'm under the impression it's going to be a re-release of the same gray colorway. These ones, okay? I'm just under the impression. There's no confirmations here. It's just, I'm really kind of trying to think, because I think the fact that they're going to continuously put more and more of these out later on, they're probably going to save those other colorways for a later time, all right? But I like them a lot. I think it has a good story to it. We're going to get into the box and all the details and stuff like that. Like, again, the idea that Tom Sachs really wants us to do, he wants us to wear these sneakers. He wants us to wear these to the ground. That's like literally what these are designed for. So if you're a fan of Tom Sachs and you're a fan of anything he does, because, I mean, he works pretty much with NASA. So, like, this guy's a freaking legend, okay? And that's why anything that he designs or works on, they typically do numbers. Now, if they ever stop producing these sneakers, these sneakers are going to do numbers. It's kind of like, I mean, again, we can't compare this to the Mars Yard. We can't, because the Mars Yard is a whole different type of sneaker. But a lot of people want these because they want to wear them, okay? They want to wear them. They're fans of Tom Sachs, right? Let me dive into the chat. Where are these releasing? Great question. So they're going to be releasing on the TomSachs.com website, okay? These will not be releasing on sneakers. They will not be releasing on Nike. They're going to be releasing on Tom Sachs' website. So what's going to happen is, on the day of the release, I'm under the impression, guys, it's going to be releasing at about 8 a.m. PST, okay? So what is that? 8, 9, 10, 11 a.m. EST. And the reason why is because I'm looking back at when I hit on these, and I hit on these at 8:43 in the morning. So I recall the drop being around that time. I mean, if anybody can refresh my memory, if it was 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., I believe it was 8 a.m. for the initial drop. But again, I will clarify with you guys if there is any additional information, okay? Because again, you just want to be prepared. You want to be up and about at least by the bare minimum 7 a.m. PST or 10 a.m. EST, and you want to give it a solid shot, because it's going to be a raffle, okay? A lot of people are going to enter for them. It's up to you if you want to do multiple entries. Again, if you guys do plan on doing multiple entries, what I do recommend is definitely have a different number, have a different address, all that stuff. Just make sure your information is different, because the last thing we want is you guys get clipped, okay? So what I would recommend is, if you're using your phone, use your data. If you're using your desktop, use your Wi-Fi. So they're on different separate IP addresses, okay? It's pretty straightforward. And then the information you put in, I mean, heck, ask your family to join for you too. Because these are, I mean, as much as there's hype behind these sneakers, now they're not doing numbers on the aftermarket. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they are going for on StockX, okay? Now they're not doing crazy numbers anymore. They were doing numbers. I mean, these were over $1,000, and then they went down to the 800s, and then the 600s, and then the 400s, and then now if you look at them right now, the one I have specifically is a 9.5. So 370. Still, there's money to be made. You know, that's what, anywhere from like, you know, like $200 profit. So, you know, still, people are going to be going for this, because every dollar counts, and, you know, people want to make their money, and they want to be able to put it towards other stuff. You know, some people might hit on this, they're going to sell them, they want to buy the Travis Scotts, they're going to put that money towards the Travis Scotts. So it really comes down to, you know what, at the end of the day, if you want to resell this stuff, that's fine. There's just nothing wrong with that. If you want to rock them, like I'm going to be rocking these for sure. Yeah, then just do what you want to do with these sneakers, you know? Again, I wanted to cover this because, to me, this is a hyped release that's happening in August. Obviously, it's a re-release, so maybe there's not as much hype, especially considering the fact that if you look on the aftermarket, it's not necessarily doing some crazy numbers. But if you literally look at the initial like sales that they did happen to have, some people did drop anywhere from 1,000 to 1,400 on these freaking sneakers. It's just the truth. So how would you feel if you drop that amount of money and then you're looking at them on the aftermarket right now and they're like at the 300s, 350s? You wouldn't feel too good, right? So there's a time and place. There's a time and place to purchase specific sneakers, and it's like the longer you're in the game, you're gonna know, what do I hold? When do I sell? You see, if the moment I received these, what was it? I think about a month ago. I should have just, I had the opportunity to just have sold them and just cashed out. I probably would have been able to sell it for maybe $650, $700. That would have been easy, like $400 to $500 profit, you know? But to me, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of these sneakers, and I definitely want these in my collection for sure. I love the colorway. The first colorway for me specifically, there's just something about these, okay? I know there are obviously the other colorways that did come out, you know, the yellow and all that other stuff. Let me double check over here. Yeah, the yellow one. Let's go ahead and just click into this, because there are other colorways, not just the yellow one. There's also like there's another gray one as well that I did like. Just relaxing at home, Mr. Old School says, nice. Yo, Doc Pop's in the house. Yeah, hey, no, hey, I agree. Tom Sachs is a freaking legend, and I'm just really hyped to have these sneakers in my collection. The yellows are nice. Now, I'm a loud type of individual. I would definitely want the yellow ones in the collection, all right? But wow, it is nice to have Doc Pop in the building. Shout out to Dr. Popular. Guys, if you don't know, Dr. Popular is a really good friend of mine. We actually did work on the executive yo-yo together. So shout out to Doc Pop watching the stream right now. We got a legend in the building. But yeah, we're gonna get to showing you guys the sneakers. So just hang tight, okay? Let's just scroll down. Let's see what these are all about. These are clean. These are super clean. We'll definitely cover the other colorways, but I do want to show you guys the box. So I happen to have them. It came right over here, and since we got Doc, the yellow one has more of the Marsh Yard collection. Yeah, no, you're right with like the red, or is that orange? I'm not so sure. Yeah, these are super clean. But yeah, let me go ahead and just share my screen so you guys can see. So, okay, I'm opening up the box here, opening it up. Let me just move my camera down a little bit. There we go. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. Wow, these are clean. So I have not even taken these out of the box since I've received them, but we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. They don't make this easy for me to just pull it out of the box, but all right, we got them. We got them right here. All right, guys. So there we go. Bang. NikeCraft, and you got like the Nike swoosh mark with like the little scribble. And we turn it around. Tom Sachs general purpose. It literally looks like a little kid drew this. This is really amazing. And there we go. The general purpose shoe, Tom Sachs. Okay. In the front of the box, it says NikeCraft, and then on the back, it says, own less, do more. What more could you ask, you know, honestly? And I really like this concept because here we are, we're collecting sneakers, my collection's growing, and I'm just like thinking about it, like, I like the idea that one shoe can remind me just to own less stuff, because at the end of the day, you only really need one to two pairs of sneakers. We don't need 30 sneakers, right? So it's just a really good reminder on that whole minimalistic aspect of things. Well, let's go ahead and pop it open. So it says over here, some writing. Yeah, this is super sick. It says NikeCraft shoes are manufactured to the exact specifications of champion athletes throughout the world. The design and construction of NikeCraft products support all of the activities in your life and tell your story. NikeCraft shuns innovation for its own sake, but embraces it as a necessity. Top quality products fulfill their intended purpose while remaining as hard-wearing as possible. Before recycling, there is reuse. Before reuse, there's durability. So I really like that a lot. We got some plain tissue paper in the building. And let's go ahead and take these amazing sneakers out, because I know you guys want to see these. So here we are. Wow. Bang. Right there. And again, like, the intent is to create a boring sneaker that, you know, people won't really talk about. But like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? We're talking about it, right? So the materials on these look really well made. You got NikeCraft in the bottom there. I really love this gum midsole. It's really nice. And then in the front, you got that nice suede. Yeah, I knew some people were going to come on my stream because they want to take a look at the materials on this. Guys, I will be getting a better webcam soon, so you'll be able to see this stuff a little bit better. But overall, I'm just looking at these and I'm just excited to be rocking these soon, honestly. Like, I want to put some miles on this for sure. So in the front you have a really nice like gray suede. And then what I really like about I guess the next portion behind it is that like cream, that cream I guess overlay over it. Because I mean, you look down your sneakers, that's what you're gonna see, right? So these are super clean. And I've seen these like totally destroyed and they look super nice. Like it's one of those sneakers that the more you wear them, the better it looks. Like, that's just my honest opinion on it. So in the front we got the Nike tag, Nike tag, and then over here you see the back, it says Tom Sachs. There we go. It's almost like he signed your sneakers. This is so sick. On the back tab you got like the blue, and yeah, I believe these only do come with one pair of laces. I believe these only come with one shoe. No, I'm just kidding. That'll be so funny. Imagine buying a pair of shoes and like they only sent you one. So here's the other pair, guys, because I know you want to see them both. Guess what? They look the same. Yeah, these are super clean. I wanted to do these justice, you know. I really wanted to put like a really well thought out review for these, but you know what? These are re-releasing on Friday, so guys, just make it a point to be on the Tom Sachs website, okay? Early in the morning. Again, we're still waiting on confirmation on times. It could drop anywhere from 7 a.m. PST or 8 a.m. PST. All right, but I like these a lot. Let me go ahead and just read. Yeah, I was gonna say, I really like the intention of the box. I think that is really well thought through. When you open it up, there's some words there, like, you know, it just, I don't know, just the presentation alone, it's like you can really feel it's a collaboration with Tom Sachs and Nike. Mr. Old School says, got to make those funds to get those. Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, again, like, guys, look, if for any reason you miss out on the release on Friday, you have the opportunity to obviously get on the resale market. Now, these are doing okay right now. You're not going to be paying. You're not going to be, you know, spending an arm and a leg to get them right now. So, what I would recommend doing is just wait until people get their pairs from the second release, because it's most likely going to bring the price even lower than it currently is right now. I love the embossed Nike in the back. That's all on suede. Just that like childlike writing. These are super clean. And the reason why I wanted to go live and cover these today is because this is releasing very, very soon. It's re-releasing on Friday. Again, we don't know when the next re-release is going to happen, but it's going to give everybody a solid shot on who wanted to get these. So I do happen to have a pretty interesting story on how I hit these, because I was able to hit on both my entries. So again, I don't know how many they put out. I don't know what the size run was, but considering I put 2 freaking entries in on 2 different email addresses and both of them came back as W's, like, you know, the first one I was able to pay for. I was even shaking as I was putting my credit card information in just to freaking get them. And yeah, I mean, like, I was able to get the first pair. So so we have them here, which I'm really happy about. But for the second pair, I think I ended up hitting around the same time, and then I checked my email at about 12. So I just want to let it be known in the chat. If you guys enter with 2 entries, let's say maybe you don't win on the first one, but then you win on the second one, just make sure you're periodically checking your emails, okay? Make sure that your IP addresses are different and the information is different that you put into the system. Last thing you want is you to get clipped and not have the opportunity to purchase these, all right? But these are clean, and I'm really happy to be able to cover this and make this, I guess, episode today for you guys, right? Feezy says, are they gonna hit the foot? Yeah, these are gonna hit the foot. No, definitely. These are definitely gonna hit the foot. There's no cap on my channel. Like, these aren't going anywhere. I'm gonna be wearing these, and I'm gonna be running these into the ground. I know there's another YouTuber right now whose his experiment is to wear these every day for 365 days. So shout out to that guy. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to be wearing them. I don't think I'm going to be wearing them every single day, but I want to run these into the ground. And the reason why is, like, I think this is going to look really, really nice once it's really just worn in. And yeah, well, shout out to Tom Sachs for creating a masterpiece. I honestly think, like, regardless of what you think about these sneakers, if you like them or you hate them, there's a pretty big fan base around Tom Sachs and anything that he creates, all right? So I'm really excited to be able to have the opportunity to own one and wear it for sure, right? Somebody say, I'm trying to read your name. Magic this 42 says, I'm good on funds, didn't hit a single drop on Yeezy Day. Hey, there you go. Guys, shout out to each and every single one of you that did hit on Yeezy Day. It was a pretty jam-packed, crazy day. And then also, you know what? If you did take L's, it is what it is. We just keep moving. We move on to the next release, which is going to be these, right? So I just want to let you guys know, like, look, I take L's too. We just keep moving. We just keep moving to the next release. Sometimes it's not meant to be. Sometimes it is, you know. So yeah, if you did happen to hit a lot of stuff yesterday, or even one sneaker, you know, consider that a W. So shout out to each and every single one of you guys in the freaking building. I do want to actually take a quick look, since we're obviously on since the episode today is all about Tom Sachs. He's got a pretty interesting like website. So like what we got this like chair, I guess he designed. And let's go ahead and jump on his Instagram real quick, because he has some pretty interesting stuff that he posts. I love the cartoon-like, just the way he draws and everything that he releases. If you take a look at this, is this a patch or is it a sticker? Yeah, like I want this sticker. It looks freaking awesome. So guys, I'm under the impression not only is there going to be a sneaker release, there's probably also going to be a merch release, okay? I don't know if it's going to be the same merch. I know that he released a t-shirt that said NikeCraft with the Nike check mark, very similar to the box I just showed you. Yeah, I don't know. He's just amazing. You know what I mean? Like this was the whole advertisement was boring, you know? Like can we be more interesting than our freaking sneakers? Can we like not talk about sneakers for a freaking day and just kind of like have something that you run into the ground and it actually serves the purpose of walking around wherever you're walking around, whether you're hiking, whether you're in a city. This is really a very well-rounded sneaker, because if you think about it, you got a lot of traction in the bottom. So you can literally like I'm really thinking of these sneakers as an everyday type of sneaker. It doesn't matter where you go, what you do. These will serve its purpose along your journey. That's it. You know, heck, even if you're working freaking construction or whatever, like you could probably still get away with wearing this for certain jobs. I'm just saying, you know, if you work, it really doesn't matter. If you're going on a hike, if you're just walking around the city to a coffee shop, like these will get you there. And I think that's really what his intention was just to create something that's gonna last. It's like built to last, and it's just got a good look. I like it a lot. It's very simple, you know. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's not like people are gonna be looking at your shoes and be like, oh my god, where did you get that? Like, how much did that cost? Like, I don't think anybody is really gonna say anything, especially when your sneakers start to look like they're all just dirtied up, you know? Yes, they are true to size. Yes, that is a good question. Thanks for asking, Mr. Old School. So guys, these are true to size. I did hear online, like, depending if you're wide-footed or narrow-footed, I just got true to size. Like, I'm not necessarily wide-footed, but yeah. The quality on these is amazing, and they really knock these out of the park. I'm gonna, honestly, guys, I'm gonna give these a 10 out of 10. Like, I don't do that to many sneakers, but I'm gonna give this a solid 10 out of 10. This is definitely, like, again, I only want to rate sneakers that I had in my hand. I don't want to rate stuff that I see online and I'm like, it looks good. I want to rate it if I have it in hand, because then I can really inspect the quality. I can look into the materials, and I can give you my solid opinion on what I actually think about these. But I like these a lot. These are staying with me. So anybody asking about them, I'm sorry, they're not for sale. I'm definitely going to be wearing these to the ground, and I definitely want to be able to have a post, hopefully sometime, maybe in a year or two from now, on my Instagram, showing you guys I ran these to the freaking ground, and this is what they look like right now. Because the photo that you see in front of me is the condition that I want to get these sneakers in. I want to run these down into the ground, that's for sure. So these are the same as the last one. So guys, again, there's no confirmation. I love how Mr. Old School dropped the yo-yo, and that's so awesome, man, for Dr. Popular. Shout out to Dr. Popular if he's still in the building. Yeah, so Are these going to be the same color that it's going to be releasing on Friday? Again, there's no confirmation. I'm under the impression we're going to get a re-release of this color, okay? And then maybe in the future, they're going to be doing other colors, as I did show you. Where exactly was it? It was, give me 1 second. Was it, yeah, these yellow ones, which I really like these too. Heck, if I can get a couple pairs of these, I will. I'm going to try. Again, I'm going to try, and I'm not, like, if I do hit on another pair of sneakers, I'm probably going to keep that one on ice and then run these to the ground, because these are awesome. These are awesome. For those that don't know, I went to school for industrial design. So folks like Tom Sachs, who are designers, industrial designers, we look up to these guys. They're hardworking, they're very creative, they have a very different creative type of process on how they design stuff, and they think differently. They think very, very differently, and that's why they're very successful, is because the way they operate is different than anybody else, okay? So, yeah, major shout out to Tom Sachs. I'm a huge fan of his work and all his stuff. I am actually excited to see what is going to drop on his store. I don't know if the store is accessible right now. I don't believe, oh, there it is. Okay, so let's just click into his store. Let's just take a peek. Again, we're not going to spend too much time on it. So as you see, it says sold out. Obviously, these are going to fly. It's going to be a contest very similar to the initial first release that happened last month, right? These socks are kind of pricey, but this t-shirt, this NikeCraft t-shirt, I'm under the impression they're probably going to do a re-release of this. Again, there's no confirmation, but the fact I have the shoes, your best bet is I'm going for that shirt. For sure. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Very simple, NikeCraft, scribbity-dibbity on the back, and then on the front you got that NikeCraft check mark, right? And then obviously they're going to advertise the shoes with it as well, right? Now, if I knew, I would have gone for the shirt if I knew I was going to hit on the sneakers, but by the time I hit on the sneakers, I go to buy the shirt, and guess what? Sold out, all right? So let it be known in the chat if you guys want to go for anything on that initial release. Just go for it, okay? That's it. The moment that the sale is gone, you just want to jump in and you just want to make those purchases. But look, he's designed a bunch of different cool things. He's just designed some bags for iPads and stuff. He strikes me as the type of individual that has his iPad and he's always digital drawing or manually drawing or whatever. Like these guys, they operate on a whole different caliber. They're always freaking working. They're always busy. They're always doing something that's related to design because that's all they can think about. They're fascinated by it, you know. But yeah, shout out to each and every single one of you guys rocking. If you haven't already, smash that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys just rocking with me here because these needed to be covered. I needed to show you guys that these are a 10 out of 10. Like that's just non-negotiable for me. These are 10 out of 10, and I'm just super excited to have them and run these to the ground very, very soon. I kind of want to do a before and after photo. Like these were my Tom Sachs before I ran them into the ground. This is them 2 years later, and they look like they're completely destroyed. You know, so yeah. I mean, you guys know I had to go for my size because guess what? If we hit our size, we're most likely going to keep them. That's kind of how we run over here. I got Liam in the building. What up, Leia? What up? What up? Yeah, no, it's just awesome to have all you guys in the building. Again, there is a lot of hype regarding this sneaker. Now, maybe not as much hype because of the resale market right now, but like, look, these are going to come and they're going to go. That's it. So this is it. This was the whole intention was to get, like, just look at that. Come on. You can't tell me like this is just something about this, like, to me, there's something about this being a masterpiece, especially like the colors, like the fact that this is like is coming in like this like nice like cream and gray. There's just something about it. There's just something about it, and yeah. So let me go ahead and just read what it says over here. Your sneakers should not be the most exciting thing about you. They are tools. I agree. They do their job so you can do yours. It took them 10 years to make a sneaker this simple. As simple as it can be. No simpler. And I agree. I mean, can you believe that, guys? Like, this has been in the works for 10 freaking years. And I think as much as like the resale value isn't quite there anymore, I believe it will go back, really depending on how consistent these releases are. Because if they only do one more release for the remainder of the year, these are going to go up. Trust me. Trust me. There's a huge fan base behind this guy. Let's go ahead and just take a look at how many people Yeah, you can't tell me 4,000, oh what, 430, yeah, 434,000 people don't want this. No, I think almost every single one of these people want a piece of Tom Sachs history, because at the end of the day, it's history. This is a history that you're physically wearing, right? I'm gonna try to double up if I can, keep one on ice, but again, we don't know what color is coming out, so it might be a different colorway, and to me that doesn't count as a double up because those are two completely different colors. You know, yeah, it's the same sneaker, but it's a completely different colorway, which I classify as you know, just it's like a piece of a collection, if anything, right? But that's a good question. Yes, I'm gonna try to. I mean, considering the fact that these initially sold for what, 110, 120. Yeah, I'm gonna try to double up if I can. You know, yeah, 10 years. And honestly, I think about it, and I'm just like, the fact that they took 10 years to make it this simple, I can kind of understand that, because sneakers are getting so complex these days. You look at Nike, the Knit Runner, and all these different, all the technology they're putting into sneakers. Like, it's becoming so complex. You know, I don't know if you saw, there's some sneakers that like, for people who maybe can't use their hands to tie the shoe or whatever, there are certain sneakers, and I'm trying to remember the top of my mind, that Nike created, where people can just slip in there and it will just close, you know, just to kind of help a lot of people who, you know, maybe aren't that mobile, like have that upper mobility, but they have the bottom mobility, right? So with Nike doing all this stuff to really kind of like just bring up the technology, it's nice for them to kind of bring it back to just something that works. All right, so yeah, this is them. I don't know, you guys tell me. I am curious. Let me know, are you guys going for these? You know, and if you are you gonna resell them? Are you gonna keep them? I like what this channel is about, is really about, if you like them, rock them, you know. And best of luck to each and every single one of you guys. Yeah, it might be the Fly Ease. Yeah, no, you got a good point. You got a good point. I don't know if I can bring that up right now, because I do want to share with you guys like what I'm talking about. Yeah, it might be the Fly Ease. Yep, these are them. So these Fly Ease are the ones that, yeah, I'm just going to show you guys these. So apparently this has this like weird rubber backing where, you know, you can open up the sneaker and you could put your foot in, and then like your heel would just literally close the sneaker because it's got this weird rubber band in the bottom. Yeah, these are interesting. Again, they're not doing crazy numbers or anything like that, but this most likely is the sneaker that I was talking about. But yeah, he does a lot of furniture as well. This guy's sick. And a lot of people are really big fans of just how this guy operates, you know what I mean? Like the way he writes, everything. It's like, you know, it's him. And yeah, you know, like just all the work he's done for NASA. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is freaking ridiculous. It's got Lisa Simpson on it. My God, it's so funny. Rocket Factory. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Again, I'm just sipping away some coffee over here. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm excited to have these. These are awesome. And you know, I really hope each and every single one of you that is going to go for them on Friday, I really, really hope, I'm crossing fingers, that you guys freaking hit. Because these are nice. These are nice, and honestly, this is like the only sneaker you ever really need. Like I'm just gonna be blunt about it. It's the only sneaker you're ever really gonna need. I mean, yes, we rock our sneakers here. That's the whole. That's what I'm all about over here. And yes, we have collections, obviously, but like, I'm really thinking about, like, if I were gonna travel the world and I was gonna bring one sneaker with me that I can rely on, I have them right over here. This is it. And I really think like that it was the whole idea of this, is that you can wear it anywhere. You can run these into the ground. You can get these in water, whatever it is, and they're gonna last the test of time. Because I'm really looking at the materials here, guys. I'm really looking at the materials. Let me go ahead and just blow up my screen here. And if you just take a good look, that's just some good quality. Again, the idea of this sneaker was not to recreate the wheel. It's really just about, like, can I create something that anybody can wear and run into the ground and it's just gonna last, right? So shout out to Tom Sachs. I think they, like, from the box and everything, they freaking killed it. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm super hyped on these. And I think my favorite detail on the box, let me show it to you, is on the back. It just says, own less, do more. Because here we are constantly chasing the next thing. We're chasing more stuff. That message alone just is sharing with us. What can we do as individuals? Like, can we have another focus? My focus is you guys, is YouTube, you know? So that's my do more over here. That's my do more, is do more, you know? And own less. So again, it's hard because I own a lot. So it's like, it's kind of a little, you know, counterintuitive, but I do love the messaging, and it's a good reminder to myself to kind of like, hey, can we just really wear our sneakers, and can we kind of backtrack on maybe the amount of sneakers that we own? Yeah, I think we can. I think it's a great lesson. Murder BX says, I'm not sure I'm ready to hear about Tom Sachs for like 2 weeks again. Hey man, it's all good. Again, we just wanted to touch on them today, and it's all good. That's just the main objective for me going live today was mainly to touch on these, let you guys know how to go about them. I don't expect everybody to be a big fan of these, so it's all good. It's all good, Murder. Again, we can keep it moving. But I just wanted to go live, touch on these today, because like I know there is a lot of interest around this. I mean, there still is, you know, despite however they're reselling the market and all of that. Mr. Old School says, you got to give us an update on how it feels after some time. Yeah, no, you're right. And then I did want to give you guys an update also, because I know you guys were curious, like, did I hit on the Onyx foam runners? I did not. Something happened with the app, and it just I don't know, I tried to click in it said buy now all of a sudden, like it just changed to buy now. I click on a buy now, and then it just has this error. So anyway, it's all good. So yesterday we had 2 W's. It's good enough for me. I am definitely hyped. Ash says, I like the gray colorway for the Tom Sachs. Yeah, no, it definitely is a good one. Yeah, but hey, shout out to each and every single one of you guys in the building. Again, that's the main topic of discussion today. I just wanted to touch on Tom Sachs. I'm going to include some of the links in the description of this video. I wasn't planning on going live too long. I just want to make sure that anybody who had questions around this got to see the sneaker, and then I got to initially like tell you guys like how the initial drop is going to happen. It's very straightforward. 7 a.m. PST, 8 a.m. PST. Just double check. Tom Sachs, just be on. Join the contest. If you want to get a shirt, you know, and then yeah, just make sure you're periodically checking your email, because at the end of the day, you want to see this. Okay, you definitely want to see this. But yeah, guys, with that being said, you know, again, massive shout out to each and every single one of you guys. If you haven't already smashed that like button, please do. I greatly appreciate it. And then feel free to follow me on Instagram as well if you haven't already. All right, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to go live for a bit. I was like planning to go live for about anywhere from 30 to maybe 40 minutes. So we're hitting that 46 minute mark. And that's pretty much it for me today, guys. So yeah, if you guys happen to have any additional questions, you know, let it be known in the chat. And I'm gonna leave it playing for a while. I'm gonna be bouncing over here, but I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. If you guys want to go ahead and talk amongst yourselves, let me know. Murder BX says, not you, Ernest Con. I mean all the people obsessed and talking about them nonstop, but I could care less about them. Hey man, it's all good. Look, Murder, I mean, I see exactly where you're coming from, but you also have to understand, like, some people have to talk about this because it's like it's their job, or or they're hoping for it to be their job one day, right? So I'm not necessarily dipping because you said that. It's more so like that concludes, I guess, the episode. The show is like, I just wanted to touch on them, but I also understand that it's kind of like, if it's like everybody's going to be talking about the Tom Sachs, it's like, well, we already heard about it last month. It's like, do we really need to hear about it? Well, they're re-releasing, so I just want to update, because like there's always going to be new people coming into the channel, or you know, or want to hit on them and they don't know how to do it. You know, like there's a lot of people who might not even be as interested in sneakers, but then they're like, Oh, you mean if I hit this, I could make like 200 bucks? Yeah, sure. Okay, why not, right? But yeah, guys, take it easy. Have a great night. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys in the building. I'm gonna be dipping over here, but yeah, thank you all. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. And yeah, you guys can talk amongst yourselves if you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and peace out for the evening. All right, you guys have a great rest of the evening. All right, get some good food, and I'll talk soon. Later.